Hey everybody, this is Gradius, and I am going to let you guys know about Defiance today. Defiance is a new game. It's coming out in April 2013. It's also a TV show. Okay, the Science or Sci-Fi Channel has worked with Tryon, the developer for Defiance, and they are putting together a simultaneous release of both the game and the TV show. So you watch your favorite characters from the TV show in the game and vice versa, and it's a pretty interesting concept. I don't think anybody's ever done that before, but it's they've put a lot of money into it. It's a high budget TV show, so it should be pretty interesting. But as you can kind of see in the background, this is some of the gameplay footage for Defiance. It is a third-person shooter MMO. Okay, now in the past, MMO FPS type of games haven't really worked out very well, like Tabula Rasa and a couple of other ones. But this one's got some promise. It's got its own MMO world, right, where everybody is in the same world doing missions, quests, whatever, progressing throughout the game. But its PvP system is pretty slick. They've got open world PvP that you can just queue for. Then when you're in, magically, this zone that you're in is turned into some PvP zone, and you just start fighting other people and defending areas. And if you're not in PvP mode, and you're just running around doing quests, and you look over and you say, "Oh, holy crap! There's a bunch of people over there fighting." You can just jump right in, and there you go. There's also a lobby type of PvP system that you can queue for that it's, from what I understand, just like a standard shooter type of thing, where you queue up, you got Team A versus Team B or whatever, and you just go at it and rank up, gets, whoever's got the best score wins, that sort of thing. But there's progression paths for both. You can progress through the game solely through PvP. You can progress through the game solely through PvE. And yeah, I don't think there's really a difference in PvE and PvP gear either. So that's an interesting thing. Just different progression paths. That sort of thing. So let me give you a little bit of the backstory. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and play a trailer for you real quick. This is a trailer for the TV show that's coming out in April, so sit tight.
I was born into the world that came after. For 9 years, the fighting continued with no end in sight. When the destruction finally ran its course, it wasn't exactly Earth anymore.
Is this St. Louis?
Now we call it Defiance.
You're new in town.
How can you tell?
There is an army coming.
You're headed straight for Defiance. A race of killing machines. They live for war.
Let's get out of here.
There are kids in this town.
I don't care.
Yes, you do care. I know you better than that. I raised you better than that. You all know what to do.
So that was the trailer for the TV show. It looked kind of cool, post-apocalyptic thing. So basically what happens is an alien race comes down and attacks Earth, trying to, I guess, colonize or just take over or whatever, right? Well, there's the humans resist, and we're some badasses. We fight them off. Now, from what I understand, there's still some aliens kind of left over in the world, and their technologies everywhere. So, we've got alien weaponry and technology mixed in with whatever's left over of the humans. So it's pretty interesting. The aliens really kind of left their mark on the world. So basically, the TV series takes place in Defiance, which was St. Louis, Missouri, what's left of it, right? And I think the players actually play in like San Diego, maybe? It's in California, I'm pretty sure. And you know, like when you're watching the TV show, you'll have all the main characters there, but when they're not in St. Louis or Defiance, they travel back to California. And I think it's in real time, so like for a day or two or whatever, the main characters in the story are kind of MIA, you know. But the game, as far as the players go, you know, I guess it's in California, San Diego, whatever. It's built by Tryon, obviously. So there's going to be dynamic events and all kinds of world events just popping up left and right all over the place, which is kind of cool because you'll be running around on a mission and then all of a sudden, boom, alien invasion. There's all kinds of stuff falling out of the sky and coming up out of the ground, big aliens you have to kill, and you have to work together with other people who are just in the same area. And you get rewarded for, you know, saving the day, right? But I guess one of the biggest things for me, God, is the PvP. It's a freaking third-person shooter. So people who play games like Mass Effect or who've played other, you know, shooters like, you know, Counter-Strike, Battlefield, you know, Medal of Honor, whatever, right? Call of Duty. People are going to love this because it's, you know, PvE and PvP. You just run around and you just shoot stuff, you know. You get weapons, ammo. When you kill other creatures, you get, you know, you pick up items off the ground like guns and ammo and, you know, and stuff like that. Here real quick, I'm going to play, it's about 3 minutes long, so, you know, bear with me, but I want to play a developer diary video for the PvP system. Let me know what you guys think.
Player versus player in Defiance is going to be like nothing console players have ever seen before.
It's large, it offers a lot of variety, and it's dynamic.
You don't really know what you're going to get until you get into the battle.
Everything's fresh, everything's different every time you play.
It's PvP without boundaries.
One of the great things about our player versus player gameplay is that we have open world PvP.
It's framed around the idea of what we call Shadow War. It takes place across this huge, open, dynamic world where thousands of players can be online at once.
So at any point in time, someone who's participating in co-op gameplay could see other people shooting each other in the face and just decide to hop right in.
So, you know, we're not going to limit you to the small instances or the small maps that you're used to. We really give you this huge playground.
You're not constrained by the normal boundaries that you would see with map design.
So while you may start out on the coast, you could very well work your way inland, maybe to a farm, and then even further onto that, up into the mountains. So, you know, as you're out and you're doing PvP, you know, other people can be out, they're still doing missions, you still see all of that. You're not yanked from the game. It's not a different experience, it's the same experience, and for us, it's extremely exciting. So in other shooters, what shooter players are used to is they play the campaign, they get to the end, they decide to try out multiplayer. When they get to multiplayer, it's a huge reset button. There is no reset button in Defiance.
We're not making it so that the single-player cooperative portion of our game and the multiplayer or PvP portions of our game are separate from each other. So as you advance your character and you unlock new, you pick up new weapons, you unlock new abilities, all of this carries with you, whether you're participating in our co-op gameplay or in our player versus player gameplay.
You can also unlock special PvP outfits, and these are cosmetic and allow you to show off to other players just how good you are and what you've accomplished.
So when you're standing next to your friends, you can literally tell them, look, I'm better than you.
All of our large-scale PvP maps and our overworld PvP allow you to use vehicles which take more players and also have some offensive capabilities.
You can use something like the Cerberus. You can hop in it with your buddies and have a mobile weapon platform. If you want to hop into a transport and have a mobile spawn point, you're going to give your team the edge. PvP in Defiance is going to be refreshing. It's going to be, you know, a new experience for the player base. It's going to be something that shooter players haven't done before.
Not only do you have the overworld PvP, which is something really unique to us, but you also have the ability to progress your character in both co-op and PvP, and take the things that you're unlocking and progressing there back and forth between them.
We're taking the strengths of being an MMO game and really just opening up the scope of what we can offer in PvP.
We're so excited about this because we feel like it's something that console players have never seen before. This huge open world where player versus player conflict can happen anywhere, at any time. You can jump in and compete in these large-scale wars.
At the end of the day, Defiance is an all-you-can-eat buffet of PvP deliciousness. He's happy.
So here's the deal with Defiance. All right, you saw the PvP video. To me, it looks freaking sweet. The way that they've got it all set up with all the different gear and everything, it looks pretty cool. All right. So here's the deal. The game is coming out in April 2013. I am going to lead a guild in this game. I'm going to start one. This kind of game, the shooter genre is one that I love. I absolutely love. I love MMOs. I love shooters. I think this game is going to be successful. I'm going to do it. I'm committing. So I'm gonna create a guild there. So if any of you guys are interested in this game, let me know, because when it comes out, I'm going to be moving ahead. You know, full steam ahead, right? To get this to get that section, I guess, of our gaming community growing pretty rapidly. Now, one thing I don't 100% know about yet is, you know, the cost of the game itself. I'm assuming the game's going to be, you know, $50, $60, just like any other, you know, game that comes out these days. But I don't know about a monthly fee. This game is launching on Xbox, PS3, and PC simultaneously. Now, I don't think the worlds for those different platforms are, you know, the same. So I think Xbox has got its own thing, PS3's got its own thing, and PC's got its own thing. But I don't think I've ever heard of a game for Xbox or PS3 that has a monthly sub. So I'm assuming that the game is going to be primarily funded through ad revenue or whatever through the TV show, and I think it's going to be free to play. So that's another plus. Shooters, free to play, MMO, mass mayhem, blowing stuff up. It's going to be fun. So, like I said, I'm going to start advertising some Defiance stuff on our site. I'm going to start, you know, advertising our community on the Defiance website and their forums and everything. And I'm going to start trying to build something here. If you're interested, please let me know. Please go to our forums. Eventually, there's going to be a Defiance section with all. I'm going to put as much info there as I can, probably including a link to this video, and we'll go from there. But yep, this is Defiance. I hope you guys like it. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's blow some shit up. Adios.